Oh, what is up, everybody? Start of the week. My sympathies. If it's any consolation, I feel your pain and commiserate with us. It's Monday. We call this hour of the day and the week Power Hour. So on the show today, a lot to talk about. What are the biggest mistakes the Golden State Warriors can and desperately should avoid? There are quite a few decisions that the Warriors should not make if they want to have a successful offseason. We'll talk about that. The NBA draft is a week away. Just over a week away. June 23rd. So a week from tomorrow. And we're obviously going to have shows immediately after the draft to find out who the Warriors selected. The New York Knicks are going on 48 to 72 hours of no sleep following winning the championship. And as a result, some hilarity ensues. We'll play those clips. Let's have some fun. Palmetto money, well said. Let's go ready for Power Hour. Good enough. We're powered, speaking of Power Hour, by FanDuel. We're powered by Sunrun. It's Monday. Come join the party. We're called the Golden Days.
Uh-oh. Sounds like somebody's got a case of the Mondays.
Stay calm.
When you come in on Monday and you're not feeling real well, does anyone ever say to you, sounds like someone has a case of the Mondays?
No. No, man. Shit, no, man. I believe you get your ass kicked saying something like that,
man. Uh-oh. Somebody's got a case of the Mondays. Hell no. You should never say something like that. Kingslayer Hybrid in our chat asking for some advice, recommendations, saying that they're going to their first concert in 2 weeks. Any suggestions? I need a lot more context. Suggestions for what? Like how to enjoy the experience? Who's playing? Where are you going? Follow up with that information for starters. I need the venue and I need the artiste who is playing the music. Congratulations on going to your first concert, though. Live music is phenomenal. The fiber of American culture, the youth anyways. Part of growing up, going to see some live music. It's an experience, man. It's a scene. Kingslayer adding, yeah, wood mix are the most fun. I still need to know the venue and the artist. Palmetto Money saying, what if you're going to an Usher and Chris Brown show? I don't know. Well, or unless it's the same person. I don't know what's going on. Who the hell cares? What I do know is that if you need to save money, sign up for Sunrun. You're going to save a lot of money, most likely. I don't want to say like it's 100% certain, because what if some weird anomalous blip occurs and then you come back and sue my ass, come after me? You told me I was going to save a ton of money. I'm only saving some money. Well, regardless, I'd say it's a safe bet to go with Sunrun to start saving money immediately. It's practically summer officially. It is summer common sense wise, which means air conditioning is running. That shit costs money. Save money with Sunrun. And on top of saving money monthly, on top of having zero upfront costs, on top of your home value appreciating, you also get $500 in your pocket. The link is right there on our screen. That QR code. Aim your phone at it. Click on it. Enter your info. We're going to update that landing page very soon. Or just go to the description. That's simple. Wherever you're watching or listening to us, there's a description page there. Click the link. Thank us later. especially for the $500 that you're going to get right in your pocket. Sunrun, proud sponsor of Golden Days. Today's episode also brought to you by FanDuel, the official sportsbook of Golden Days. And I want to take a look at NBA futures here in terms of who the bookies think is going to get drafted. I'm very curious about that. The odds makers, I just lost my page. Give me 1 second here because, AJ DeBonsa is the clear-cut favorite to be the number one pick in the NBA draft. Who's the favorite to be number two? Are there odds for the Warriors? I'm going there right now. I'm there now. First of all, the OKC Thunder and the San Antonio Spurs. Again, we mentioned this on the previous show. Co-favorites already to win the championship next year. But who are the favorites for the draft? Well, AJ DeBonsa, the clear-cut favorite, minus 450 to be the number one pick in the NBA draft this year, selected by your Washington Wizards. Side note, I saw Kristen Peak, our good friend. She was on the show about a month ago. That episode has not dated. YouTube short coming soon with the part of her talking about who the Warriors should select with the number 11 draft. Very insightful. And Kristen was on the socials today talking about the gamesmanship between the Wizards and the Jazz. Last year, the Jazz had the 5th pick. Washington had the 6th pick. Utah took Ace Bailey, which many felt like would have been a perfect fit for the Washington Wizards. Dude wanted to stay on the East Coast. Where did he play in college? I think Rutgers. Please forgive me. I forgot where he played, but I know it was somewhere in that vicinity. And this year, now the Wizards have the number 1 pick. Utah has the number 2 pick. AJ DeBonsa, natural fit for him, probably Utah. He played at BYU, played prep ball in Utah as well. The dude actually likes Utah. So common sense would dictate he fits there. Common sense would probably dictate the two teams swapping picks so AJ DeBonsa can go to the Jazz and the Washington Wizards can get Ace Bailey and with the number 2 pick select still an incredible player, whether it's Darren Peterson, whether it's Caleb Wilson, whether it's Cam Boozer. Can't go wrong. And so interesting to see what happens there. Worth noting that Darren Peterson is only working out with one team, and that is the Washington Wizards. He's informed the other teams in the draft lottery, I'm good in terms of working out. Yeah, I would not touch that dude with a 10-foot pole. I could be mistaken on that. This is not any kind of strong prediction, but too many flags for my taste with Darren Peterson, considering how deep this draft is. And again, I could be absolutely mistaken on that. But AJ DeBonsa, your favorite to be the top pick, minus 450. Darren Peterson, plus 370. I'm going in order of the odds for who the number 1 pick in the draft this year will be. Cam Boozer, 3rd, plus 2,000. Caleb Wilson, 4th, plus 7,500. And Darius Acuff Jr. rounding out the top 5 in terms of the odds for who the top pick will be, plus 20,000. They also have odds for who's going to be drafted in the top 10. And this is far more pertinent now to your Golden State Warriors because the dudes getting the lowest odds are the ones that may most likely fall out of the top 10. Warriors have the number 11 pick, and maybe one of these dudes will fall to them. We'll talk about that picking in just a second in more detail. But these are odds courtesy of FanDuel. I really like this. This is nuance here. The odds of the player to be drafted in the top 10. Kingston Flemings, minus 360. Again, these odds are whether or not these players will be selected in the top 10. Kingston Flemings, minus 360. Ade Mara, minus 270. Those are not good odds if you want Mara on the Warriors. Side note, I'm not feeling great about that one. Braden Burris, minus 230. Nate Ament, minus 105. For those of you who want Ament on the Warriors, that doesn't bode well either. Yoxel Lendeborg, plus 250. Now we're talking. LeBaron Filon Jr., plus 300. Cameron Carr, I know nothing about that dude, plus 550. And Morez Johnson Jr., I know some people want him to be signed by the Warriors. He reportedly either just had a workout or is about to conduct a workout with the Warriors, plus 550. And those odds, again, are pertinent because if the player falls out of the top 10, the Warriors can draft him. If the player is selected within the top 10, logic dictates they're not available. So, again, the odds makers are basically playing it out like Kingston Fleming, Ade Mara, Braden Burris, Nate Ament. The odds are that they will be taken in the top 10. Yoxel Lendeborg, LeBaron Filon Jr., Cameron Carr, Morez Johnson Jr., more likely for them to fall out of the top 10 and be available for your Golden State Warriors. So stay tuned. And if you're a betting individual, go check out FanDuel, the official sports book of Golden Days and the Believe Network. Welcome, everybody. Hope everyone's doing well on a Monday. Mondays suck. They absolutely blow. You're 4 days away from respite. Well, I want to start on a lighthearted mood with the program by talking about your New York Knicks. Your New York Knicks. The New York Knicks. The world champion New York Knicks. And as is custom, when a team wins the championship, they party their asses off. And the funniest clips on the socials today. And here's the thing. If by some chance I have to cut this out, which is very possible because this is from Good Morning America. I tweeted this on my socials. My name's Cyrus Saatsaz. You can follow me on Threads and Instagram at Dog Wild over on Twitter. The handle is at Surf Journalist. The program on both platforms at Golden Days Pod. And if I have to edit this clip out, I mentioned those social handles because I retweeted this. You could find it there. If you're watching the live version, you're going to catch all of it. If you're listening to the podcast, you're going to hear this. But if you're watching the video of this that's not live, very possible this clip is you're about to see a jump because YouTube and Disney, the parent company of ABC, which includes Good Morning America, flagged this for copyright. So, but I play this clip because of OG Anunoby and the hangover that he is experiencing. The dude cannot even communicate, and you'll understand what I'm talking about in just a second with this clip. Sit back while we play this. I'm going to let my dog take a piss. I also see Horace Grant waiting in the green room. I'm going to bring him on right after playing this clip. But here is OG Anunoby reaching that level of hungover where he can't even talk. And everyone else, Jalen Brunson's reaction is comedy in this. And again, Horace Lawrence, my boy, is going to join me in just a second for a brief hit. And he'll sell you on Sunrun far better than I will. But let's first listen to OG Anunoby on Good Morning America. And the five Knicks players, if you missed this clip for any reason, we're conducting this interview. It was Jalen Brunson, OG Anunoby, Mikal Bridges, who we're going to play a few clips of because he decided to go on an Instagram live stream, I think this morning, hammered out of his mind. And that's when you're going to get the real versions of these folks. Josh Hart wearing sunglasses. Karl Anthony Towns also wearing sunglasses indoors in the morning. I love it. And just the reaction from Jalen Brunson when he's asked a question and he doesn't even know what planet he's on. I love his teammates looking at him with frivolous reaction. And check this out and enjoy. I'm going to go let my wait, I thought I was letting my dog out. Bubs, you don't want to go potty? Bubbarooski, you good? You were just standing by the door like you want to take a shit. Now you don't? Yeah, Bubs, I'm talking to you. My puppy. You, yeah. My one-eyed wonder. My one-eyed Willie. My little ball of potato. Okay, he doesn't have to go to the bathroom. I'm not going anywhere. But let's listen to the Knicks players. And again, follow me on the socials if you want to see this clip in case it gets cut out, because that's very possible. Here is OG Anunoby, Jalen Brunson, and 3 other Knicks hungover out of their minds.
Talk about the difference Coach Brown made and how he brought you all together.
I guess I'll answer. He's been great. Mike's been great. And what he's been awesome at doing is listening to us and just hearing us out and adjusting the game.
Talk about the difference Coach Brown made and how he brought you.
First of all, that's absolute comedy. Horace, when's the last time you've been that hungover where you literally are just staring off into space, not knowing where the hell you even are? I know that experience. I imagine you do too. How the hell are you doing, Horace? Horace Lawrence, former professional baseball player, but he knows his hoops as well. Horace, how the hell are you doing? And your reaction to OG Anunoby officially tapped out.
Dude, that reminds me of so many memories, man. Just Vegas, just college, just fraternity, frat parties, after games. I mean, you name it. It's just something that you deserve by winning that cup, dude, that trophy, man. When you win that trophy, man, just think about all those practices. Think about all those trainings. Think about all the camps. Think about all the bus rides from the airports and plane flights and everything you got to do. Everyone in the league is doing it at the same time, right? So we're all equally as exhausted. It's just the last people standing are the ones that get to show the exhaustion with the trophy, and that's what they're doing, baby.
It's incredible. It's a beautiful clip. Again, just to see these individuals celebrating the way they do after winning a championship, it's marvelous, man. I just have nothing but happiness for these people. He's literally just staring off into space, man. And I've had hangovers like that where it's death. Like you just feel like death, and you can't even the memories I really have specifically of feeling like that is the morning after like breakfast when you and your boys or you and your partner, whoever you're with, you go to breakfast after just a night, right? Where it's little sleep. Maybe it's just booze. Maybe other things were involved, and your brain is fried. And you're just sitting there at this breakfast. And I never liked what's that hangover drink with the tomato juice? Man,
V8.
Well, V8, but what's the drink called where you add vodka to it? And it's a Bloody Mary.
A Bloody Mary. Bloody Mary.
I hate those things. Like I don't like tomato juice. I hate Bloody Marys. So I'd always have these friends who just would drink a Bloody Mary and they're like, round 2, ready to go, hair of the dog. And I'm like, that is disgusting shit, dude. So I couldn't get that pick me up. And I I remember that's my memory. It's just, I'd sit at these breakfast waiting for my whoever's rancheros or breakfast burrito, just dying inside and out. And you're sweating booze and OG Anunoby. That moment is incredible. And Jalen Brunson just giving him the look like, yeah, we feel you. You're dead. It's okay. We'll pick it up for you, brother. There's a few of these clubs. Horace, first of all, we had a winner here for arguably the best possible chat comment, and I will get back to the concert advice, King Slater. Just give me a little time here. At the beginning of the show, Horace, I'm going to bring you in on this as well. One of our audience members wanting some concert advice. Never been to a live show before, and boy, do we have advice for you. But the winning comment that, and this is just someone who gets it, right? This is someone who understands how this game works. Bish Boy Juju, great handle, by the way, writing, the last time I was that hungover was when I celebrated my Sunrun purchase. Oh, Is that how you sell, or is that how you sell?
That is what I'm talking about, baby.
Absolutely. Horace, I know you're new to this media game. Don't worry about this right now. I don't want you to do anything different. But next time, don't set your camera up with sunlight right behind you, because
I'm actually going to be right here for you.
You're good for now. Just
How's that?
again,
How's that?
we'll make progress with each week you're on. I just want people to be able to see that.
How's this right here?
It doesn't matter. Who cares? Just for next time. I just think it's absolutely hilarious because we can barely see you, man, and you're too handsome of a devil.
Hey, it reminds me of Memoirs of the Invisible Man, right? Back with
where are you back in the Bay, Horace, or are you in Texas? Where are you? Or somewhere else?
I just dipped from Dallas to I've been in 3-4 different cities in the past week. So
you don't even know where you are. You're like OG Anunoby right now.
I was in San Antonio. I was in San Antonio. I wanted to catch that whole finals hype, right? Because I was only a few hours away. So I needed to go there on business anyway. So I took care of that. I felt the sadness of San Antonio in person.
They'll be fine.
Right?
They'll be fine.
I was hoping to catch some people and get some videos to upload for the Power Hour of just some people walking around San Antonio for you, but I wasn't able to do it. But, I'll be available to do that stuff. Because remember my old nickname back in the day, because I used to do a lot of live events, right? Hosting events, right? So I used to host like Juneteenth celebrations, like all around Oakland, Richmond, Bay Area. I used to host Solano Stroll, which is like this big thing in Albany, California, where they have the Solano Stroll. And so my old nickname was HL3 and the place to be, right?
Okay.
And that's what I plan on doing for our show, man. I'm just going to show up. Since I have to go to so many states all the time.
Yeah.
Dude, I'm going to show up to these states, man, and go to these stadiums and get some fan interaction, man, so we can have that on this show, right?
Yeah.
So just to let you know what the future is going to hold for this show as well. Right?
Hell yeah, dude. Genji Gawk in the chat, by the way, adding 63 arrests, 10 police officers injured, 4 stabbings, 1 teen shot in the foot in Times Square, 5 school buses. The school buses, by the way, were there for the World Cup, set on fire in Manhattan during the Knicks celebration. So just another Tuesday in New York, man. That's actually I expected worst. I expected at least 1 death. So the fact that there's no mortalities, bravo, New York. Well done celebrating. Speaking of, and by the way, you brought up San Antonio and the folks there, just walking around, and I'm guessing just the malaise, just depression. I think we have a live visual of what the typical San Antonio Spurs fan looks like on this Monday. And that visual is courtesy of James Harden's mugshot. Ooh, look at that. And here's the thing, man. I don't think the crime itself, I don't think was necessarily, it wasn't like nefarious. I don't think there was ill intent behind it. He got pulled over in Texas, and he had a gun just sitting, apparently, allegedly, on the passenger side seat, which is it's dumb. It's dumb to do that. I mean, you got to put your gun away. I think Texas laws require them to be holstered. I don't think they could just be out on display, or maybe they can. I don't know what the open carry laws are exactly, but he got busted, man. You can't just leave a gun sitting there openly in your car like that. And the mugshot, though, my God, dude. I mean, this guy looks like he should be in the Tenderloin right now, like looking for his next high. Horace, this is not a good look for
like old dirty bastard. He looks like ODB, old dirty bastard, right now.
He doesn't look good. And I love this meme image, by the way, that someone created because James Harden is going to get a contract extension, and this is going to be the press release that the Cavaliers send out. It's going to be James Harden's mugshot with contract extension written above it. Anyway,
me, Mariah, go back like babies and pacifiers. Old dog, no liar. Right? That's old school, man. That's old dirty bastard Mariah Carey back there. That's what he looks like. He looks like old dirty bastard from Wu-Tang. That's what he looks like in that picture, man. Hey, just to be honest on how it is, in Texas, right, with open carry, you literally have to, it has to be in a holster, but man, you could walk around looking like Quick Draw McGraw, or Wyatt Earp, or one of these old school gunslingers. You could just have it on your hip, dude. just walking around. That's one thing you got to get used to. You get to Texas, bro, you're like, are you just going to just have that dangling out of your freaking side of your hip, just falling out? It's barely in there. Dude, that's how they do it out here. So it's so different when it comes to firearms in the state of Texas, especially compared to California.
Yes. Yeah.
Right. And dude, you have to go through this period where you're just like petrified half the time of all the guns just dangling off everyone's right. But to be honest, man, so responsible people out here when it comes to firearms. It's just a different programming they receive since birth when it comes to handling firearms. So it is a level of comfort knowing that someone's just not going to run up to anyone and try to rob you based on it being open carry, right?
Well, I thought, Horace, I lived in Texas for 2 years, and I lived in Wyoming for a year, right? Like, you could argue those are like 1 and 2 in terms of just pro-gun, like open gun type states. But ironically, I never saw anybody open carry. I never once saw somebody walking around with like a gun in their holster. Well, what I did think was interesting, though, is that I also never saw anybody honk at anyone else. Like, I did not see road rage incidents. And I think if someone like was just spacing out and the light turned green at a stoplight, normally people honk, right, to get them go. I didn't even see honking then. Like, so, and I'm guessing it's because you're afraid they're armed, right? I could be mistaken on that. I don't know, but yeah.
You're definitely swallowing your pride, right?
Yeah, that too. Yeah. Yeah, but I weirdly, I was expecting actually more guns, and I didn't see it as openly as I was expecting. But who knows? Who knows what's it's just my experience.
Yeah, it's crazy. America, we have more guns for the citizens compared to other countries. It's not even funny, the comparison, right?
It isn't,
and
funny,
it's almost like we're all waiting for something to happen. It's like everyone's waiting to bear arms and just be this giant militia society defending America at the same time, right? We're definitely the country you don't want to invade. Out of all countries in the world, exactly. We have more guns than anybody sitting in our homes than any country on earth. Okay.
No one's invading the U.S. for that reason alone. It's you're right. It's like no one would be crazy enough. It's essentially an army of 300 million. But so going back to the celebrations, however, and somebody in the chat said there was actually one casualty in New York. Again, just one. Congrats, New York. You still did well, I think. Bravo to your celebration. Bravo for having a good time. Period. I just hope no one's actions were affecting others. I will play a clip in just a second of the #1 Spurs fan. This dude was in Manhattan right after the Knicks won the championship and decided, I'm going to play the role of an end boss and just take everybody on. And the scenes from that were insane. I'll play that in just a second because, and for the podcast audience, this is where you're going to miss out a little bit. Forgive me. But I want to go back to the celebrations. And this one, I don't have to worry too much about copyright because this came straight from Mikal Bridges' Instagram live stream. And so I think we're safe here in terms of him flagging us. And two things I want to point out here, or I want to play here. The first is Bridges just being hammered drunk, and good for him. But I do think it's funny when we see professional athletes this out of their minds. They're keeping it real more than they ever will otherwise. And Mikal Bridges, I feel like is just letting it all loose, man. He has a rant, an adage now. F them picks. Which I believe heard Jalen say repeatedly referencing the multiple draft picks New York traded to get him. That resulted in a lot of pressure being put on Mikal's shoulders, knowing that New York mortgaged their future for you. And to win a championship, that monkey is off his back. So F them picks. Yeah. Jalen is happy. He also loves his Chipotle. I'm going to play that in just a second. But Jalen Brunson, let's just watch a minute and change of him being hammered drunk on his IG live stream this morning.
But I appreciate Becky, no cap. Because the words she said about can't win with JB being, 1A, 1B, he too little. All that did is fuel that nigga, bro. I don't give a fuck what y'all say, what he say. I know him. Because he ain't going to tell y'all. Yeah. That nigga don't take he know that. He know what she said. Just fuel that nigga to go be him. Go be fucking great.
Apologies for the crass language. I forgot how much.
Well,
Look at those eyes. He's looking through people at that point.
Don't fuck Becky, bro. Becky a goat, bro. Don't disrespect Becky, bro. She said what she said. She motivated that nigga, bro. Even more than he motivated when he walked.
All right, we get the
when he
gist.
wake
We
up.
get the gist. I forgot how much crass language is in this. Forgive me for that. But the one last Mikal Bridges clip I want to play. Horace, any reaction to that? Other than
it's a candid moment. It's
Yes,
a
it's very
candid moment, right? And that's what candidness is, right? It's unscripted, and you don't know what you're going to see, right? And that's the element of surprise.
Horace, I apologize to interrupt real fast. I forgot to add some context to that. The clip was referencing Becky Hammond. So he was basically defending Jalen Brunson in that entire clip. That was my bad. I forgot to preface the clip by saying that. Because you have a lot of people today, Knicks fans, who are really expressing an annoyance at the fact that Becky Hammond a few years ago, Las Vegas Aces head coach, multiple champion, former assistant with the Spurs, Greg Popovich's assistant, former legendary player. And Becky Hammond came out a few years ago and said, you can't win a title with a guy as small as Jalen Brunson being your 1A player, right? And so now she's eating crow. Candace Parker, who actually I respect tremendously when it comes to basketball analysis. I like her a lot. But New York Knicks fans are irate at her as well. I'll play this clip right now. I have a lot of clips on the show today because Becky Hammond was basically talking down to Knicks fans, saying that any belief in the Knicks winning the championship, there's emotion behind it. That it's not a logical take to think that you can win a championship with Jalen Brunson, and she just didn't think it was realistic for the Knicks to beat the Spurs. Period. Like she thought the Spurs were just absolutely the better team. And here's the clip that has everybody, or not everybody, but certainly a lot of Knicks fans just pissed off. This was Candace Parker's appearance. Let me get this queued up again. This is I forgot her name. She's a former SNL actress, hilarious comedian. And here's Candace Parker basically telling Knicks fans, you're in your feelings in terms of thinking that the Knicks will win. Well, they won.
Why do people think that the Spurs are going to beat the Knicks?
Have you watched Wemby?
He's very awesome, but he's the only one on the team.
No,
come on.
Dylan Harper is a beast. Stephon Castle is a beast.
But they almost did not beat OKC.
OKC is the defending champs. She's going to ride for her Knicks.
I'm sorry, I don't see them beating the Knicks. Jalen Brunson alone, Hart, Cat, come on, baby.
This is why I love fans, because irrational is underneath fandom. And you have to be irrational, right? You do.
Well, it wasn't irrational. Horace, what are your thoughts on Candace Parker just throwing shade at the Knicks? And side note, I think what makes this a bad look for Candace, she hasn't said anything in over 2 weeks. Her Twitter account was active all the way up until the NBA Finals, talking shit, providing analysis. It's been quiet. Your thoughts?
I just think a lot of people, they didn't have faith in the Knicks based on Karl Anthony Towns' inconsistencies over the years. And, they always look at Jaden Brunson's height. I mean, he's smaller than Curry. Okay.
Yeah, they're almost the same size, height-wise. But yeah, you're right. You're right. He is shorter a little bit.
Yeah, he's shorter. He's shorter. I saw him standing next to each other after a game one time, and Curry was taller than him. Right. And so, I love her from Ghostbusters, right? She did a great job as one of the female Ghostbusters in the spin-off movie.
Yeah, go ahead.
Right. She's right. Everyone literally doesn't give the New York Knicks that respect based on the inconsistencies that they have in big games down the road, man. I mean, how many years has it been since they won a championship? And that's because of choking. So, naturally your PTSD of how they performed may have you leaning towards that as a safe bet. And I think that's really where she was coming from. I don't think she really, really dove in and really saw how much potential this team had by watching the Knicks and studying the Knicks. You could tell when some people haven't really watched the team and they're speaking on them. And that's just one of those situations that bitter and above, man.
Leslie Jones is her name, by the way, and she is hilarious.
Yeah.
Former SNL cast member all over the place. And but Candace Parker and Becky Hammond getting eviscerated today on socials for very strong opinions where they just did not think the Knicks stood a chance, and they didn't think a team led by Jalen Brunson had a shot. And they were wrong. It's one of those things where if you're in this business and you have strong opinions and they blow up in your face, this is the downside of having a strong opinion. It's why they should be educated, so you're not eating crow in hindsight. I want to play one more clip here. Going back to Mikal Bridges, I apologize for not setting up that previous one. This one I will set up plenty, and this is not him being. One more of him being inebriated on his IG stream, and this one is kind of crazy because he reveals that Knicks owner James Dolan allegedly advised his players on the Knicks before the postseason started to practice abstinence. And the premise is not strange, right? I mean, boxers, fighters are typically advised by trainers not to have sex before their fights because they want that pent-up aggression, right? They want someone who has a lot of anger and a lot of just, angst to release, right? Metaphorically speaking and otherwise. They want that released on the stage. They don't want it done beforehand. And so apparently this advice was given by Knicks owner James Dolan to the team. And Mikal Bridges, given he was hammered on his Instagram stream, didn't hold back. Here's Mikal.
He brought niggas in, say 10 weeks. Don't have no sex, lock in. Niggas a savage. Niggas a savage. He could be.
I think Drake playing in the background. Horace, what are your thoughts on abstinence and James Dolan expecting his team to practice it for 10 weeks? Good luck with that.
You know what, man? One thing about that, they don't want you to release that testosterone, right? Because that's our hidden secret as men, right? That testosterone level that we have, and that's the difference between men a lot of times, right? A lot of the bad foods we eat create estrogen buildup in men. It makes men unbalanced. It makes you, and that's why a lot of the fast food, a lot of the stuff that they give us that's so easily accessible, man, that stuff messes up your hormone balance. I'm not eating soy.
I'm good on soy, Horace, but that's just me.
I'm good on soy too, right? And the hormone balance happens, man, and it takes away your edge, right? And then it makes you run around like LeBron James, sitting there yelling at the refs and begging and pleading every play at the refs, man. That kind of thing. It's the estrogen buildup in men, and vice versa for women. Women, it makes it unbalanced. A lot of things we eat, a lot of things we do. So abstinence, what it does is it creates this buildup where you are stronger, faster, your fast twitch muscles are going. I mean, all this stuff is happening and you have this aggression. Ultimately, you don't want to have that on a daily basis when you're doing business or hanging out with your family or doing stuff like that all the time. So it's a happy medium there, but when it comes to performance, it definitely gives you an edge.
Yeah, and especially if it's a sport where aggression is welcomed, right? And when you're that deep in the NBA playoffs, it's all testosterone, man. It's technically a non-contact sport, but we all know there's a lot of physicality going on there. And by the way, Money Checkup in our chat writing that they've been practicing this for 20 years.
Yeah.
Nice one.
Maybe longer than that, dude.
20 years.
I mean, Reggie Jackson, back in the day, Reggie Jackson, my old coach, man, he would always tell us about that. He would like, talk about abstinence the night before or you pitch, and that came out of his mouth too, and that was years ago. So
the great Reggie Jackson. One of my
Reggie was
favorite
awesome.
Horace. One of my favorite, and he's not from the Bay, is he? He's in East. I know he played for the A's, but I don't think he's from here, is he?
He has family and people that are in Oakland.
Okay,
right?
all right.
Which gave him that tie. Whenever the Yankees would come play the A's, I'd go down and go holler at him and hang out and bring my family down there and just bring some JUCO baseball players in the area down there to meet him and see him and stuff and all that. So
he's an absolute legend, Mr. October.
Reggie's a legend.
Yeah, they call his nickname is insane. It's one of the greatest nicknames ever, Mr. October. And but one of my guilty pleasures in life, going back and watching Reggie's fights on YouTube, because he did not take shit from pitchers or anybody, and he was a big boy. So if you saw Reggie charging at you, like, unless you were huge yourself, like, you're scared shitless.
You're scared.
I love that.
Hey, dude, I love Reggie because he was one of the guys when I got to spring training with the Yankees, just when he walked past, man, that was one of my things. My dad loved him. So when he walked past me, man, and I ended up getting in deep with the brass, Willie Randolph, Don Mattingly, and all the Steinbrenner family and all that stuff, man. And I ended up getting a gig, Real Sports called, which is the company that cast. People don't know this. There's a company called Real Sports, right? They're the ones that cast all the movie star athletes that never look like real athletes in the movie. They look like dentists that they put a jersey on, right? And they're playing like the extra roles in the movie, right? And you can't even believe that this guy's a real athlete in this movie. Real Sports is a company that cast all those extras that you see in movies playing on the field.
Funny.
Okay, that's a company. And the guy that works for Real Sports, his name is Mark Ellis. And this dude is the guy that cast it for Any Given Sunday. And like all the different, all the awesome sports, any movie that has sports in the background, like Coming to America. Remember when they went to the game and she touched his nuts and he was like, I'm very happy to be here. So watching that Knicks game, all those guys out there with just Real Sports casting. So they casted me to be the Reggie Jackson double for this movie. And I was everything. It's The Bronx is Burning. It's the original movie. ESPN made a movie. The first original movie ESPN has ever made. It's called The Bronx is Burning. And it was a remake of the 1977 Yankees. And John Turturro was Billy Martin. Oliver Platt was George Steinbrenner. Daniel Sinjata.
I remember that movie. Yeah, I remember it.
Everything that you see Reggie Jackson is really me.
That's funny. Congrats.
Everything in that movie that's on the field, all the diving catches, the hit, everything is me.
So
I had to learn how to bat like Reggie and do everything like Reggie, even though I watched him all the time. So it was funny because Willie Randolph would drop me off at the set and I would literally just, I was there. We filmed for about 12 weeks at Mohegan Sun Casino out there in Connecticut. And I lived at the casino and Daniel Sinjata.
Connecticut Sun. Yeah.
Yep. Daniel Sinjata I was his double because he played Reggie Jackson and he's like it's funny because, everyone's like, this guy's he was like 5th hottest man in People magazine or something. And I was his double. So that made me feel good about myself. Right.
Hell yeah, dude.
And so it was cool. So I did all that great stuff.
That's his picture right there. And he was in that firefighter show with Dennis Leary. I forgot the name of it.
Yeah, with Dennis Leary. Rescue Me.
Rescue Me. Right? Thank you. And more recently, he's in that show with Caitlin Olsen, the female lead from Always Sunny in Philadelphia, where she's like a single mom, but she's a genius.
He was Graceland.
Graceland. He's been in all sorts of shit. And so you were the body double for this actor who played Reggie Jackson. That's awesome, man. Good stuff. Yep. That's phenomenal.
Yeah, we lived next to each other in the hotel for 12 weeks, so we hung out and did everything together. We just went everywhere, man, together, and he just introduced me to the whole world.
Beautiful.
So he's a really good buddy of mine, and I love that guy.
Beautiful. Well, great story. And again, Reggie Jackson's an absolute legend. I already forgot why we even steered that direction, but bringing it back, I want to say two things before we wrap up this whole Knicks talk. One is I love that Mikal Bridges and Jalen Brunson are huge dog lovers, and they advocate for rescuing, adopt, don't shop. Mad respect. Mikal Bridges, the only thing he was asking for the upcoming championship parade they're going to have is to make sure his dog can be a part of it. Very much looking forward to that. And maybe this clip, though, to me might be the most mind-blowing of all the stuff I've seen the last 24, 48 hours. And this isn't even that new. But Mikal Bridges has played in 638 consecutive NBA games. He's Mr. Iron Man. That's the longest active streak in the NBA, right? The dude plays every time. Like, you can count on him. He's reliable. Circling this back to the Warriors, I've always said the one strength of Brandon Pajemski that I see is the durability. Being available is important, man. Like, being a fragile Mr. Glass type of athlete is no bueno in terms of succeeding and helping your team out. Mikal Bridges is Mr. Iron Man in the NBA. And when you learn his diet, as I did last night, it's shocking. This is the part that I just don't get, right? I just don't understand this at all. Mikal Bridges is Mr. Iron Man, 638 straight games. He has eaten every day since 2013 Chipotle. Every day since 2013. Watch this clip. The dude loves his Chipotle. And it gives folks like me who just want to eat Chipotle every day hope. I want to eat Chipotle every day, and I always thought that would kill you. Turns out you could be a professional athlete. You could play who never gets injured and eat Chipotle every day. Here's Mikal Bridges explaining it.
Eat this every day, and it's been about how many years since I've been eating Chipotle? Since 2013, 14, so about 10 years. Still been on it heavy to this day. I have friends and family that teases me a little bit about it. It's too fire to not have it every single time, so they don't disappoint. I'd love to take a bite. Okay, fire. So my bowl order, I get white rice, no beans, double chicken, medium and mild salsa, corn and lettuce. Oh, I used to get the hot salsa. I don't know if y'all know that hot salsa. I don't know what they did to it in this past couple of years, but I'll just take one bite. I'll just be like just chugging water and it still ain't helping. It'll just be like painful eating a bowl. You know, I felt soft because I love spicy food and I'm just like, bro, I've been eating this hot sauce for all these years. Rest in peace to the hot salsa.
And side note, when something is that hot where you feel like you're just drinking water and it's not enough, that's not a fun spicy experience. No. I never touched Chipotle's hot sauce, so I didn't know that they made a change to that. But apparently we now know you can have an order of a double chicken bowl with white rice, corn, lettuce. He mixes the mild and medium salsas. The mild salsa is a pico de gallo, so you got some nutrition there with tomatoes and stuff like that. But apparently you could eat it every day and be perfectly fine. Horace, Chipotle, great ad for them right there, by the way, too.
Yeah, I don't know why we take out the beans, right? I mean, isn't that like great protein?
That's weird. He does. Yeah, he doesn't eat the beans. I think that would be one of the most healthiest parts of it.
You know, or maybe he might want to just be nice to his teammates because he didn't want to fart up the bus or the locker room when he walks in.
You're right.
You know, that might be a thing, right? Because I've had teammates, dude, that are ridiculous.
You're right.
It's like if that guy eats, clear it out. If this guy eats this, you know who it is. And you know you have a rule on the bus. No dropping deucers on the plane or bus.
Ew.
Can you believe
your team buses as a professional baseball player?
That's a rule.
So, Horace, what I didn't know, Horace, as a pro baseball player, the team buses you ride on have bathrooms on them?
Oh yeah, for sure.
Oh wow. And but okay, so it's very clear-cut rule. Yeah, don't drop a deuce on a bus. Everyone's gonna smell that shit.
Nobody wants a turd fight. Nobody wants a turd fight down in the water. Turds are fighting, dude.
Jesus. No, you don't want
when that bus is hitting corners, those turds are down there boxing. In that water down there, dude.
That's disgusting. Yeah,
and it comes up, and you can tell when one dude broke the rule.
Of course.
And they always do it when you're sleeping. Dude, Somebody sneaks in there and drops a deucer.
And Horace, you baseball players, I love you to death. Like FP Santangelo, Eric Burns, two of my close friends. I love the energy of pro baseball players because you're children who never grow up. I love it. Nope. Everything about your energy is awesome. But because you're children, you also do shit like that. No pun intended. Where like pranks are the norm, and going out of your way to annoy your teammates, kind of like you do with your brothers or siblings, sisters, the norm. Yeah, I can see that.
You know, people don't realize it's like, yeah, I played pro baseball, right? Played all over the world. I played in America, but most of my playing was overseas. I played in 4 or 5 different countries all over the world. And I played on the same team with Edgar Renteria. We were on the same team together. I played with Benito Santiago. I played with Fernando Venezuela. I played with Jorge Posada, Bernie Williams, Jeter, A-Rod. I mean, you know, when A-Rod got signed by the Rangers, Willie Randolph and I drove to Hooters in Tampa to meet A-Rod right when he pulled up. And I literally taught A-Rod the signs.
That's great.
I taught him everything, our signs, when he showed up. It was me and Willie at Hooters, and A-Rod just showed up, and I knew he showed up because everyone at Hooters was crowded around the front of the Hooters. So we had to get him in and bring him in, and they roped off our table just so he could sit there and learn the signs. And it was kind of weird how Willie was like, let's go teach A-Rod the signs at Hooters.
Are you still friends with A-Rod? Because he's now in case you missed this
Minnesota, of course, man.
He owns the Minnesota Timberwolves, and if you got his number, bring him on the show sometime, man. Let's talk to A-Rod.
Yeah, if I had I'm one of the only people that never had a social media, right?
Respect
like I said earlier.
Respect to you for that, by the way. Respect.
And I've never opened one. And I just look. My thing is, life is so precious, right? And it's like my family, from business and my actual family, who I love, and all the clients and customers and all the people that work with Sunrun, Tesla Electric, powered by Sunrun, who need me and need my attention.
I like that shameless plug. You slid that in there. I like that.
It would be a disservice to all the people that I have in my immediate family for business and actual family to give that to the world. That's why I have you, Cy, right? So, you take that. You have me here. I'm making sure everyone is getting off the power lines and saving their money and never having a blackout again. And, a lot of times it's hard for people to make a change, but this isn't really a change. This is like the flip phone Nokia is now the iPhone in everyone's hands. So
it's just a minor adaptation. It's just evolving. And it's not even like a pain in the ass thing to do. It's so easy in terms of Sunrun. Again, the link right there, that's the QR code, or in our description. Yep. Before you go, I want to play this one last clip pertaining back to the Knicks and the post championship chaos. This is too much, man. And again, the podcast audience, forgive me, because there's no way to properly convey these multimedia elements to you. This is visual. But one dude in New York who I'm going to call this guy Spurs fan number 1, decided, I'm just going to take on the whole goddamn city. It's one of the craziest clips ever, and there's 2 of them. Sit back and enjoy this entertainment. This is entertaining, even if it is borderline psychotic. Again, we'll even include volume. This is one Spurs fan. There's some food court in New York City. I've never been to this food court. I don't know what the hell this place is. I don't know if you will recognize this place, Horace. Police get involved. It's one dude taking on like hundreds of New Yorkers, and he holds his own. He's a real life end boss. Just watch. This was right after the Knicks won the championship in New York City. I'll add some audio to this too, so you can. Taking everybody on. Look at that. Who's next? I'm going to try and kill you. I'm going to try and kill you.
That's Texas. That's Texas right there.
One guy wanted a selfie. Now the police are involved. I don't have respect for any of these Knicks fans, by the way, Horace. Like there people are like trying to trip this guy. They punch and run. Like, if you're gonna act tough, be tough. Like, don't just act the part. Like, this guy is really tough.
Yeah. That dude right there, he's the man, dude. Look at
Dennis
this.
Rodman jersey. That's something else.
Dude. He's out there looking like Sonny Liston.
He's thick. That's a big boy.
That's all that Texas protein.
This is why is he in New York?
Dude, that guy right there, man, is probably from Texas. And, you know, meat is so cheap in Texas, man. It's all protein on the plate, baby. You go to California, it's all we have out in California is just vegetables half the time and like a little drop of meat on the plate.
Is meat still cheap in Texas? It ain't cheap here in California.
Oh, dude. Meat's way cheaper in Texas, dude. I mean, all the cattle farms are here. I mean, minus Central California.
Cheaper, but
you got Harris Ranch in Central Cali. You got, you know, but no, man, it's nothing but cows and steak all around Texas. Baby. Look at this.
So now the police are escorting this man out. There's like a mob behind the cops and this dude. This dude has no fear. No fear. Maybe crazy, but certainly no fear.
Big baby
and
Davis
that part,
out there,
look
man.
at that. They put up barricades.
Wow. Unbelievable.
That is unbelievable. That part was wild to me. Like, they put up barricades.
Smoke in your man.
Man, they're just kids, just dumb kids. It doesn't end though. There's a part two. We're not done. And part two has something new I've been noticing in meme trends, which I love. All right, so a bunch of Knicks fans that are super happy. All right, so now here's part two is coming. And real quick, any reaction to that, Horace? I mean, I don't know if there is, but
dude, my reaction is that dude is a straight beast, and he's representing San Antonio to the fullest, baby. Look,
beast. A man among boys, yes.
Man among boys, dude. Look, San Antonio is such a giant city, dude. It's like the 7th largest city in America, but it's still a small market. It's crazy.
I thought you were talking about the people because I thought of Charles Barkley and his infamous words about a certain group of people in San Antonio. But here's part two. It didn't end in that food court. It continued outside, but something was added to this, and I love this trend being added to certain clips on the socials. This is now outside of this food court, and King Kong is not finished. This dude is not done. He wants to keep going, but now that something's added to this clip. Love this action.
Me too.
So 80s. It's like shit's going down.
Sounds like Sexual Chocolate from Coming to America.
With a little drama mixed in, like, shit's going down. I love the sax. People are adding these sax tracks, like to like from the 80s. Like, I love it. It's like shit's going wrong.
I'll tell you, that sounded just like Eddie Murphy Coming to America, man.
Yes.
When the cat went in there and he had the soul glow. Get your soul glow.
Yes.
Have it shining through.
Like, sax. Bill Clinton.
When they sat on the couch and they got off the couch and the whole couch had Jerry curl all in it. Jerry curl juice all in the couch when he got up.
Dude, Coming to America is one of the that's one of the greatest movies ever, in my opinion. Coming to America. Horace, always a pleasure. I'm glad you joined us this Monday. Any final thoughts? And remember, next time, no sun behind you. Keep the power in front of you. The power.
I'll be in a different spot anyway. I'll be in a different spot anyway. I'm going to be somewhere else. It just don't happen that, Hey, you know what? I wanted to bring up
bring it up.
Something that you brought up to me, right?
Like legends of cities, like athletes.
Dude, I totally want to bring that up real quick.
Let's do that before you go. Yeah, let's do that real quick because I texted you this idea last night, And the concept that was we're referring to here is athletes who officially are like kings of the cities that they represent. And no pun intended here, but LeBron James, this is an example of why hopping from team to team is a negative. It hurts you in this sense. Whereas, like case in point, Jalen Brunson, that guy will be eating free meals for the rest of his life. For the rest of his life. And they talked about that on Good Morning America, by the way. That going back about 20, 30 minutes to that clip of OG Anunoby just completely, his brain is fried and he can't even talk. They brought that up, that I think Josh Hart was talking about the fact that he's going to enjoy the perks of being a champion in New York City. But Jalen Brunson, he's a god. And he's the king of modern Rome. Like, it's a special class that Jalen Brunson is now in. You used to live in the city. And when I say the city, I mean New York City, not San Francisco. I call San Francisco the city. You lived in New York City. Like is it Joe is he even bigger than like Joe DiMaggio? I'm trying to think of like the all-time great New Yorkers. Derek Jeter's probably like, the captain. Is he Derek Jeter level? Is Jalen Brunson's one championship worth 4 that Jeter has? Take it away.
Jalen Brunson, even though he won that, he'll never be Jeter.
Interesting. Okay.
It's just because, you're going to have to win a lot more to be considered Jeter. But since it's fresh on our minds in New York, he's going to have that right now. But when it comes to 2-3 years from now, if they don't win multiple championships, that'll fade away and it'll just go back to Jeter again. But right now, he's got that crown on his head walking around New York, I mean, I remember one time when you told me this, dude, it made me remember this story. I was one time, dude, I was in the weight room and Derek Jeter was like, let's roll the subway. So he had this, I forgot what color this Ferrari was, but it was peanut butter interior. And we rode the subway and we got there and he ordered like 15 footlongs and they're all cut up in like little sections. And the woman had no idea who he was, right? That was making the sandwiches. And then as soon as somebody, I guess, was looking on the camera and this guy came out and he was, Jeter, Derek Jeter, and got the pictures and his money wasn't good. You get free sandwiches all around New York and free sandwiches and hot dogs, baby. If you're famous, you'll never pay for a sandwich again in your life. And I'm telling you, the best sandwiches on earth outside of Italy is in New York, baby.
Hell yeah.
I'm telling you right now. And that's the perk of being Jeter in New York. It's just phenomenal, dude. But like even before Jeter, it was like, Reggie Jackson in New York, the way it was Patrick Ewing. But, Spike Lee used to always show up to Willie Randolph's house. And he used to always come in. I used to open the door and be like, what's up, Spike? And he'd always come in and hang out with Willie downstairs. Man, Spike Lee owns New York, baby. Mm-hmm. Spike Lee is one of those guys that owns New York. Okay. I mean, him and Lou Ferrigno on the under. Lou Ferrigno is one of the ones too, but
he's a big one, yeah.
Dude, those guys, and you got to mention now. Remember, you got boroughs in New York, right? People never realize it's really a different state. Every one of these boroughs, dude. Some people go half their life and don't even leave their borough.
Staten Island's like the weird, ugly stepchild of the 5 boroughs, right? Like, isn't Staten kind of like the bizarre one over there? But yeah, you're absolutely right. And we bring this up because it isn't just Jalen Brunson who now basically owns a city and is going to get free meals for the rest of his life. A side note, one funny thing about the GMA thing, Michael Strahan also understands the celebrity culture. He's a champion in New York City. And what he told Josh Hart is the free meals, that's going to be there for the rest of your life. But at a certain point, you're going to have to start paying for your drinks again. They're going to make you start doing that at some point. But still, who cares, man? Free meals for the rest of your life. That's absolutely incredible. And it made me think of like certain cities where individuals are just gods now. Like they own the city. Jalen Brunson, Derek Jeter, New York City belongs to them. Dwayne Wade, I'd say Miami is his, right? Dan Marino is
but
also
don't leave New York. Yeah. Don't leave New York yet, Si. Don't leave New York yet.
Who else?
Well, you have different boroughs, right? And each borough has its own borough champions, your own borough celebrities.
Okay.
Okay. And I just this off the top of my dome when I was thinking of this, dude. When you have Manhattan, right? You got to think Billy Crystal, right? Huge sports fan. Billy Crystal runs Manhattan when it comes to like huge events. He'll show up.
But let's keep it sports related. I feel
I know.
But Bill, I feel like here's why I think Billy Crystal is a bad example. People associate him more with the Clippers than they would with Manhattan. He's a Clippers season ticket holder. He's one of the. What's up?
You got to live in Manhattan to know it.
Fair.
Billy Crystal is.
He might fly. But to me, it's bigger than the boroughs, man. Because I'm talking about guys that own the 5 boroughs. Like I'm talking like which athletes own all 5? Jeter, Brunson, anyone else? Joe Namath.
Michael Jordan's from Brooklyn, but he doesn't get any
Chicago's
about that.
No, he owns Chicago, even though he's not from Chicago.
He owns Chicago.
He owns Chicago.
But if you're from Brooklyn, you walk around talking that he's from there. That's what I'm trying to say. It's like,
well, I never shut up about it. I mean, it's Michael Jordan, right? Yeah. I mean, if Michael Jordan's from where I am, I'm going to claim him as my own forever. I get that. Chicago's going to claim him. I'm talking about athletes that just have complete ownership of an entire major city. I know that each individual borough in and of itself is probably bigger than any other U.S. city. I get that. But the fact that Jalen Brunson and Derek Jeter, they're kings of all 5 boroughs, right?
Yeah.
It's not just one, it's all of them. That's incredible. And again, Joe Namath probably still has that level of cachet all these years later. Eli Manning, I'm sure it has reverence. But Jeter and Jalen, I think, are probably like the top dogs. In New York City.
Right now, Brock Lesnar's walking around Brooklyn, and he's like a superstar. Just whenever Brock Lesnar, he just walks around, everybody's just getting pictures of the guy everywhere. I've been to Brooklyn before, and it was like Brock Lesnar. It's like a million people trying to get an autograph with this guy and loving this guy because it's a big fighting area, right?
Yeah,
it's a big fighting area over there, man. And when you told me that, the first thing I thought about was Karl Malone in Salt Lake City. Right.
Well, that's an interesting one. Is he considered? He might be.
Dude,
You're right.
He owns everything there, dude. If you go to freaking Denver, he owns everything in Denver.
Yeah, but the fans don't give a shit. I'm talking about fan reverence, Horrence. Like Denver, like if you're in Denver and Karl Malone's walking around, he's not getting a free meal at most restaurants. They're like, they don't. Not to mention, Karl Malone has developed a very shitty reputation. Because of the fact that he impregnated a child, he is toxic now, dude, in a lot of circles. Given that came out, and he's just a lot of people think he's just an a-hole in general. But I'm talking I'm talking about like a man who has entrenched himself or a woman as a celebrity in that city for the rest of their life, right?
How about Marshawn Lynch in Oakland?
Who?
Marshawn Lynch in Oakland, baby.
But even I don't even think that's a good example because Marshawn Lynch won his Super Bowls in Seattle, right?
I know, but you gotta be in Oakland. I'm in Oakland all the time.
I know, but I'm talking indisputable. Like
he's the mayor of Oakland.
And not to mention Marshawn Lynch, if he crosses the bridge to San Francisco, not going to get that same level of love. Like he will get love still, but the free meals aren't coming at any place in San Francisco. You know who's getting a free meal anywhere in the Bay Area? Stephen Curry. You know who's getting a meal anywhere in the Bay Area free for the rest of their life? Joe Montana. I like those two own the Bay. I don't doubt you're right. No doubt Marshawn Lynch owns Oakland. There's a few guys like MC Hammer owns fucking Oakland,
MC Hammer and Marshawn Lynch and Gary Payton. They own Oakland.
You're absolutely right. I used to be neighbors of MC Hammer once upon a time. It is beautiful Fremont House. I don't know if that place still exists or not. But yeah, and I didn't live that close, but we'd ride our bikes for like miles to get there just to see the fence with that Hammer sign up in the Fremont Hills. But yeah, but I'm talking about like a guy that just is like transcends is like a generational type figure, man. Like, and I'm thinking of again Jalen Brunson, Derek Jeter, New York, Stephen Curry, Joe Montana, Bay Area. Magic Johnson, LA. I think that's a safe one, right? I know he's not from there, but you win 5 championships in one city. People will love you for the rest of your life, right?
It's Magic Johnson. He is Showtime, LA. Like he brought that there.
Another one. Yeah, you're absolutely right. Kobe Bryant, rest in peace. He would have still been a god in LA. Like those two would have been running the show. It's just magic. It's just magic, though. Another one, and this one was brought
I got to
up.
go to his birthday party one time. That was great.
I'm sure it was great. Did you ever go to any Diddy parties?
In Vegas, it was a pool party. It was a Sports Illustrated swimsuit edition. They had all the cover. It was a cover of Sports Illustrated floating all over the pool with flowers, and it was just a huge, massive event at a club called SLS, which is a Miami Beach style club, and it was the grand opening of that actual pool of that casino when I went, and it was the morning after the Mayweather-McGregor fight number 2. Unbelievable day.
Did you witness the nefariousness, or did you only experience the good times?
I witnessed it.
Oh my God!
I witnessed everything. It was a giant pool party, man. Everything goes. It was unbelievable.
No, but
it was an unbelievable party.
Was there a kiddie pool filled with lube?
No.
Okay, so you didn't see that kind of shit. All right, that's what I
didn't see that.
Okay, none of the bad shit.
Maybe if I went to the after party upstairs.
Okay, so you didn't see. Okay, so you only experienced like the good stuff. So was LeBron James there? He went to a lot of those parties.
I don't know. I was with wifey. I don't know, man. We were just partying, man, and just partying it up all over the place, man.
That's safe.
We used to go to all the Mayweather fights. I go to Mayweather fights. I don't like missing Mayweather fights. So
I hear you, man.
When you go to a Mayweather fight, man,
undefeated for life. Yeah, that's impressive. Here's some other ones, though. I want to mention. So, Kingslayer, and we're going to revisit your concert in just a second. Tom Brady in Boston. Is Big Papi at the same level as Brady in Boston? Yes. Wow, there you go.
I mean, if you're a baseball fan,
I'm not pushing back on that. I didn't even think of that until just now. But yeah, the Red Sox. I mean, he was the guy that I'm guessing people in Boston never expected the Red Sox to win, and then all of a sudden Papi's there clubbing the Yankees, and there you go. So all right, so Boston, and maybe Larry Legend. See, Larry Bird to me is a weird one because I would think he could get a free meal anywhere in Boston, but then he's also like he's beloved also in Indiana. So does he own both? Our allegiance is split. Like I want like indisputable heroes. Like I don't know if Larry Bird is indisputable. Is Dan Marino? Dwayne Wade is a safe bet in Miami. Is Dan Marino also at that level? Yes. Okay.
Let me tell you, Dan Marino is tattooed in the heart and souls of anyone from Miami.
Yeah.
Period.
Like
he was box office.
Andres Milian in our chat brings up Barry Bonds in San Francisco, and I say hell no to that because they didn't even win a World Series. Like you got to win a title to be at that, unless you're Dan Marino. Dan Marino, I guess, is the one exception to this so far. But no, Barry Bonds. Look, he should be in the Hall of Fame. What's your take on that? Should he?
100% should be in the Hall of Fame. If Rafael Palmeiro's, first of all, let me tell you something. I played with so many players that were juicing. It was ridiculous.
Yeah.
Okay.
Everybody was.
Guys would come back.
Yeah.
Dude, let me tell you. And it would happen overseas. You get juiced up. They come back and just look like a pit bull, and and get past drug testing and all that stuff. And and I'd watch it right in front of me, man. I'm talking about people in the dugout hunched over. And they're just like waiting for like boop, boop, boop. And multiple people.
It's a little bump.
Dude,
that's all you need.
Listen,
just
I was just, I was already just skinny, ripped pitcher, I could hit, but I was one of those guys that had so much energy. I would run for days, work out for days. I'd be there 2-3 hours before anyone. I was 2 outfits sweated out before anyone showed up to the stadium. And I tried to pump fear for my work ethic. They're like, who's this crazy dude running the stadium bleachers 3 hours before the game? Is that the same dude that's getting on the mound right now? So, so I try to pump that fear, man. But, that's just how it is, man. It's a cold game.
Dude,
cold game, brother.
FP used to tell me, like, when he juiced up, man, the ball, it was such a noticeable difference in terms of the pop of the ball off the bat. And Brady Anderson to me was the most egregious. Like that dude suddenly hitting 50 home runs. You're like, wait, what? Like,
Juice, eh?
Yeah. They like the juice.
Is very good, eh?
Oh yeah, sign me up.
Like the juice. Juice is good. Very good. So good.
That was awesome, Si. That was comedy. That was so comedy, dude. Yeah, are you there, Si? Can you hear me? Yeah. So I don't know what happened to Si here. He might be gone. He's coming back here. But just want to give you guys heads up. You know, Sunrun is one of these things that, you know, we got partnered with Tesla, and it's Tesla Electric powered by Sunrun. And, you know, it's something that you don't need to think about, right? All you do is you scan the QR code, you enter your information, and then then we get your stuff. We pop you a call, you give us your electric bill, we type in your electric usage for the past 12 months. And then just like that, we get the dollar amount of how much it is per month. And all you're doing is paying for the power off of your own home power plant. So if you think about it, you're just going to get a home power plant for your home. And all you do is pay for the power off of your own home power plant. So you're disconnected from the grid, except you're sending the grid power for free whenever you don't use it. Your electric company's excited because they get your free power. That's why they'll let you go. They'll let you just sustain your own power, pay way less, and at the same time, you never have a blackout again. And you can charge electric vehicles in full, and you don't pay a dime to get it. You move whenever you want. There's no lien on the property when you sell because there's no loan purchase or anything like that. So you get everything you need, and you don't even think twice about it. It's just an evolution, just like the flip phone Nokia became the iPhone. It's the same thing. So don't overthink it. Just don't be late doing this. I mean, there's already millions of people already that we have with Sunrun Tesla Electric already. So there's no reason to wait. You just want to make sure you get off the grid and just get blackout protection. Like I said, the lady had a $262 electric bill. I dropped her bill to $9. Now she only pays for the power lines. And then she has a separate payment for her home power plant. That's only $121 a month. So she pays $121 plus $9. She has no blackouts, never will lose her power. She could charge an electric vehicle in full.
On internet, there we go.
So I want you guys to know that it's the same thing.
Okay, I think we're back.
From size back, right? Same thing, no different, you know, from where you have a flip phone, right? It's the same evolution. I don't want the people to miss out on it. I just, you know, we're just heads over heels excited to provide this service to the masses. Now, Si, I have a huge announcement to make.
Okay.
Sorry
about the interruption there, by the way. My internet went out for a second. Thanks for carrying the show.
I was able to just make sure everyone understood what we have on our hands, dude. It's like so big, right? This is the biggest thing that ever happened to home power in history. We have an electric grid that's getting old, that's literally melting down at the power lines, burning forests all over the place. Governors are freaking out because they don't want all the states to turn into California. What happened with rolling blackouts, how we have there, and the cost of electricity is through the roof because all the hydropower is gone out the dams, and the electric companies don't have hydropower to subsidize the power, so they have to raise your price up. Let me tell you guys, Sunrun Tesla Electric has a promotion. For the next 6 months, it's $1 a month. No matter what your system cost is. $6 for 6 months. So what happens
and then the regular rates after that. And for Golden Dazers, $500 in your pocket on top of that, just by signing up.
What the? Right? So just think about it, you guys. Don't think about signing up, even though you are, but just think about
partnering. Yeah.
Partnering. There's a program, you guys. We're not selling anything. We're trying to get everyone to get the funding from the block program. The block program is a program that's designed to have data center owners dump money into a program that helps take homes off the power lines to free up the space for the data centers.
Yeah,
that's where the fund comes from.
It's a phenomenal
All
deal.
you have to do, scan the QR code.
That's it right there.
Put your info in.
That's
Put
it.
your info in. We'll get that. Then we'll pop you a call. Then you send us your electric bill. We get your electric bill. We get the past 12 months of your usage. We throw it in. AI designs it. It knows the hot, cold zones on the roof, panel placement. And guess what? You get a Tesla Powerwall added to it. No blackouts. Charging ability. Eliminate all the gas that you pay for a vehicle. You don't pay a dime out of pocket to get it. You don't have to purchase it. There's no hard credit check. You can move whenever you want with no lien on the property because there's no bank involved. And you're able to now sustain your power when all your neighbors have a blackout. Your power's still going on and you're paying way less. Let me tell you this. The reason why the electric company needs you to do this is because they have to lose customers because they have a monopoly and they're deregulated.
Yep.
So they need to lose you.
The Horace, I tell people constantly that one of the biggest perks is having a set rate, a fixed rate, and not having these electric companies 6 months, a year from now, when they realize these data centers are draining their grid, that they're going to have to raise your rates to make up for this. And with Sunrun, your rate is locked. Like what you pay now is what you're always going to pay. That's amazing. Horace, I want to get back on track here, and I know you got to run. Yeah. But you sell Sunrun fantastically. We'll definitely you join us every Monday for Power Hour, 12 p.m. I'm going to post the link if anybody in the audience wants to join me for this final segment. I have some Warriors thoughts to share. But Horace, stay safe out there, man. Texas can be a crazy place, so just stay safe.
Texas it can be a crazy place.
Yeah,
you know, it's a place where America's homeland, dude. If you got to come to Texas to feel it. It's like when you go to New York for the first time, it's like, dang, I finally went to America. Like, it's almost like you don't even realize you're not even in America until you go to New York for the first time. It's like patriotism at its finest.
Yeah.
I mean, American flag flying everywhere. It's like the flag, the flag, the flag. And that's how New York is.
The first time I was teaching in Texas, I remember asking students, "Why do you all have pride? Like, what is this? Like, because in California, like, look, people love the state when they live here, but you don't exactly like. You're not taught in school to wave a California flag and grow up with this pride for. Like in Texas, people there are like prideful of Texas, and it took me a little while to understand. It's like. It's ingrained in them from when they're kids. The fact that they used to be their own country for nearly 10 years, I didn't even know that till I moved there. I was like, oh, this place just actually just be its own autonomous nation. But it's they've got pride, yes, which is kind of crazy. They also have kolaches. They also have feeder lanes. They also have those weird ass. I forgot what you call those things that the women and girls wear to the proms. Those big ass sachets that are like 12 feet long and wrapped over your body. Dude, there's some weird traditions in Texas. No tourists. You're very lucky there. All the tourists are just from within. Because outside of the Alamo, I don't know what people are going there to visit. Hot as shit. But a lot of pride, Horace. A whole lot of pride. Yes, sir.
It's a lot of Mexican culture, right? I mean, the history of Texas. You know how those guys fought off. That whole army, it was like 100 and something guys fighting them off of the Alamo, right? Like, And it's funny when you actually go to the Alamo, you're like, this is what all the hype is about.
Yeah,
it's like
yeah. You know what really disappointed me, Horace? When I go to the San Antonio, I see the Alamo for the first time, and I turn to my right, and there's a Ripley's Believe It or Not. I'm like, okay, this is welcome. That's because it's part of the Riverwalk, and it's just, I was like, all right, okay. And there's like an Orange Julius right there. I was like, all right, okay, the Alamo. It's a crazy story, dude. The story of the Alamo is insane. Just batshit crazy. I mean, Davy Crockett literally like died there. Like it's insane. But yeah, the touristy part of it is a little weird. Do you like the Riverwalk? Is the Riverwalk you're seeing? It was too fair.
Dude, the Riverwalk.
Yeah.
Dude, I've been all over the world, dude.
I know you have.
The only time you'll see something like the Riverwalk is in the Canary Islands. It's the only thing you'll see because the Canary Islanders came to build it. They built that.
No shit.
Right? And then they were forced to leave. And then it was like, wow, we have to give up this whole masterpiece. Dude, look, the Riverwalk is like equivalent to like the pyramids in Egypt. There's no way that thing can be built again. You had to have absolute slave labor to build something like this, dude. Trade law, working laws, labor laws will never allow something like this stuff to be built. Okay, so this will never be like that ever again, dude. I'm telling you, right? So what I want to do is I just want to ensure that everyone knows it's $1 a month for the next 6 months.
And after the 6 months, you're still in almost certain likelihood still going to be paying far less than you pay now. And that's after the 6 months of just $1 a month.
After the 6 months.
I don't know what homeowners are waiting for. I drive around everywhere and I see homes without the panels, and I'm going, what? Like, look, if you have trees, I get it. That's the one. That's the kryptonite, or trees. But like, I see so many homes with no trees, and I see bare roofs, and I'm like, what are you people doing? Like what? Why are you hurting yourself?
The technology is so amazing now. Even with shading around, you don't need the complete day amount of sun to be able to power your home.
I hear you. Yeah.
Some homes will get like 80% coverage. So let's say you have trees, right? And I get your electric bill, right? And we type it in and we see exactly how much power you're using versus the roof space. Now, we put that system on the roof, and let's say it only covers like 85% of your power. Well, then you have 15% that supposedly is still going to come from your electric company, right? Well, that's why you have a backup battery. That backup battery is going to store enough power to cover the rest of that for you.
So you're saying
it doesn't say 100%.
So you're saying even if there's a tree that might apply some shade to your roof, that's not necessarily a deal breaker. Like you could still make it happen.
Of course not.
If you live in a redwood forest like I do, maybe that's too much. But for people who just have a tree or two, it's not the end of the world. Horace, I want to shift gears here, and I know you got to go. Love you, brother. We'll see you next week.
Love you too, brother.
And
can't wait.
And folks, as you listen to this man say, man, partner with Sunrun. This is an unbelievable partnership for this program because it benefits everybody. And sorry to make this you go as long as we did talking about Sunrun, making this infomercial style, but it benefits everybody. And if you're a renter, again, I wish you all the best in your pursuit of owning a home. It should be a hell of a lot easier than it is. But if you own a home and or in a situation where you're paying your own utility bills, sign up for solar. Sign up for Sunrun. Over 42% of all homes in the U.S. that are solar powered are Sunrun customers. Number one by far. Yeah.
Quick right here, Cy. I don't think people realize when they scan that QR code and you pop up on their phone, okay? There's a little button that says, I know someone that's interested. I want everyone to understand, even if you're not a homeowner, if you know a homeowner, if you are in a situation where you live in a home that's owned, you can easily refer that
Yes.
homeowner
Yes.
under I know someone that's interested, and you are anonymous. They do not know you put them in. So we get
Beautiful.
that, we knock them out, and guess what you get? You get a
David.
$500 MasterCard delivered straight to your Google Wallet for sending that home to Golden Days.
There you go.
So I want you to understand that everyone here can make up to $50,000 a year by sending Cy up to 100 homes a year.
True. That is
And
true.
you get $500 Visa gift card for that MasterCard, and it's
That's
going to
good
go
math.
right. And guess what? Whenever we take care of them, you get an AI text saying we took care of them. Then at
Beautiful.
install, you get another
Beautiful.
text saying it installed. And
Beautiful.
then after that, you get a text message saying go to your email, download the app. You'll have $500 in there. So you don't
Oh.
have to own the home. You can send Golden Days any homeowner you have and still benefit and help them get off the grid and help the show. Love you guys. I appreciate you guys. I love the Golden Daysers. I'm one of them. Thank you, Cy, for being brilliant. And thank you for giving these great topics for us for entertainment and making my Monday and everyone else's Monday a powerful experience.
Beautiful.
Thank
Have a
you,
good one, brother.
Cheers. I love you. Take care.
Be safe out in Texas. That's Horace Lawrence, former professional baseball player and good friend of the program. Always a pleasure. We'll see you next week. Raider Tupac. I love the fact that you actually spelled. Oh, you almost spelled my last name right. I don't blame anybody for butchering that. It's one of the worst last names imaginable, let alone for someone in the media industry. I'm just trying to keep it real. And maybe I made a huge mistake, but you know, when you're well into your 40s, get a little too late for brand revisions. Anyways, Raider Tupac writing, put your face on the video picture. I think you're referencing the thumbnail. I only put my face on there if I have a guest with me, like a prominent guest or something like that. If otherwise, dude, I appreciate you, I do, but I don't want to be the attention. This show's not about me. It's about Warriors. It's about just a distraction from life. It's about hopefully being entertained. And speaking of entertainment, I want to show you folks this graphic here real fast. This is courtesy of the Twitter account Basketball University. And they did some research on the most expensive. Let me rephrase that. They did research and compiled the list of all the luxury tax spending all 30 NBA teams have done since 2012. All right. And when you see the visual, and hopefully I'll explain this well enough for the podcast audience as well, you'll have a better understanding. But this is an interesting graphic. And again, Basketball University compiled this. And this is all the biggest and cheapest spenders of NBA owners. And what you'll see here is from 2012 to present, 14 plus years, the Detroit Pistons, Orlando Magic, Sacramento Kings, New Orleans Pelicans, and Indiana Pacers, none of them have spent a penny on the luxury tax. The Pacers part, one of the more shocking ones, considering they went to the NBA Finals. The Pistons, I think, are going to enter that territory. Orlando might soon. But a little shocking that those 5 teams have never spent a penny. Then you go to you continue going up the list from teams that have spent nothing to teams that have spent the most since 2012. And if you're watching this visually, these columns are broken down as the first column is the total tax money that they've spent. The second column is the team's win percentage. The third column is the best season since 2012 that this team has experienced. And the next column is the most they've spent in 1 year. And the last column is the number of seasons that team has paid the luxury tax bill. So, for example, the Memphis Grizzlies, next up on the list, they've spent a total of $219,386 in luxury tax penalties. That's not that much. Yet they've won 52% of their games since 2012. It's a little impressive. Their best season, 2014, the most they've spent luxury tax-wise in one season, also $219,386. And the list goes up. The Atlanta Hawks, Washington Wizards, San Antonio Spurs. Now, they've had a lot of bad years since 2012, which is a huge reason why they are as low on the list as they are, but they've only spent $9.4 million in luxury tax expenditures since 2012. And the year they spent the most of it was 2012, when they won a title, when they spent $5.2 million in luxury tax penalties. And you could, and the list goes on and on. The rhetoric that the Bulls have never paid the luxury tax, apparently not true. I've heard that from a lot of people, but they've over the last 14 plus years, they've spent $43.3 million on luxury tax penalties. Nearly all of that coming in 2016, when they spent $36.7 million in luxury tax penalties. We scroll up, and the main reason why I bring this list up is because right there, number one for most luxury tax paid by any NBA team since 2012, the Golden State Warriors, who have in the last 14 years, it's a staggering amount. They've spent $816 million in luxury tax expenditures. This $816 million amount dispersed to the other teams. The amount of money these bottom teams have gotten from these top teams, absurd. And now, the reason why, side note, the most expensive season was 2024, when the Warriors paid $177 million just in luxury taxes. That's insanity. But the Warriors did get 4 championships because of it. And when you have deep runs in the postseason, you also make a lot of money. And that's true for the Warriors as well. Ballpark, on average, a team that goes all the way and wins a championship earns well over $100 million in postseason revenue. That includes season tickets, that includes TV and all the sales. So the Warriors were actually turning a profit at least until well into the 2020s. I don't know if they turned a profit in 2024. I'm going to guess no, because they did not have a deep postseason run despite spending $177 million. That's a shitload of money. The LA Clippers, interestingly enough, number 2, the total tax they've spent, nearly half of what the Warriors have spent, $413 million. Their peak season was also 2024, when they spent $142 million in luxury tax penalties, and they have 0 titles to show for it. Hey now. Raider Tupac, you're fine, man. I don't care about the spelling of my last name. You're good. Anyway, so I just thought that graphic was interesting. And what I want to finish the show on today is moves that the Warriors should not be making. Jeremy Woo of ESPN released his newest mock draft. And his mock draft comes in the form of a power ranking all of the prospects going into the NBA this upcoming season. And his newest mock draft has the Warriors drafting with the number 11 pick, Ade Mara, 7'3", center on the Michigan Wolverines, who won the national title this past coming season. Armando Lora does not want the Warriors to draft Ade Mara. He says that that his footwork is not good enough to play efficient, effective defense. And so take that for what it's worth. Here's what I'm going to tell you as just personal preference. All right. And I'm not an expert on the draft. And a huge reason why I say that profoundly is because, to me, I don't know if anybody's really an expert on the draft. Like interpreting a player and evaluating and forming an educated opinion on a player in terms of what they've done before the NBA and whether their game translates to the NBA is so difficult, because there are a lot of players that felt surefire who ended up being busts. There are a lot of players, Jalen Brunson being a perfect example in recent history, where they fall to the second round and end up being one of the game's best players. Nikola Jokic, another example of that. It's such a ridiculously hard thing to do. With that said, I'm going to do my best just to, based off my own research, just express an opinion. And this is not an opinion that, is strong. It's just, again, just a loose opinion about what I think, right? And what I think is that I agree with the Professor Armando Laura. I'm not that high on Ade Mara. Like, he could end up being an absolute nothing burger in the NBA. A guy who at 7'3" is pushed around, lacks physicality. The three-point shot never develops. He's a defensive liability because of the foot speed. He could just be a huge stiff. Yoxel Lendeborg, I'm in. If that's who the Warriors decide to draft, I understand the age thing. 24 years of age is a concern for a lot of people because of the fact that, you're not going to get as much from him. His ceiling is much lower, but he can contribute right away for a team that has no interest in rebuilding yet. Kristen Peak signed off on him. Good enough for me. I don't have much of an opinion on Morez Johnson Jr. Maybe he's awesome and badass. Maybe he's not. I defer to other people. I don't want the Warriors to get Kareem Lopez simply because, from everything I've heard, even though Kristen Peak signs off on him, supposedly he's very limited offensively. I don't want a player who has limitations. Okay. And again, I could be wrong on this. This is not something I endorse being aggregated for, because I'm making it very clear I don't have strong opinions on this. It's damn near impossible to actually evaluate any of these individuals properly. Hans Steinbach, no relation to Terry Steinbach, I don't think, anyways, former catcher of the Oakland A's. Not big on him for very similar reasons to Ade Mara. I've watched some clips of his, and he's similarly potentially a big stiff. I don't know if I like it. And that's it. I don't really have any other opinions. I don't. What I do have a strong opinion on is Brandon Podziemski's extension. Don't give him a big extension. Unless you're planning on trading him and the extension is just to make a trade easier, don't do it. That is money wasted. By the way, the Warriors worked out Chris Sinak Jr. today. I cannot imagine him being a lottery pick, but he did address the media. So seeing this to me takes away a lot of the meaning of Yoxel Lendeborg. Let me show you folks a picture here of and this is courtesy of Joseph Dykes of the Bay Area News Group. Houston's Chris Sinak Jr. This photo shows him addressing the media at Chase Center. And so apparently this is a normal thing. Tomorrow, the Warriors will reportedly work out, today as well, I believe. They're also going to work out a Morez Johnson Jr. Chris Sinak Jr.? No, not a number 11. If you're going to trade down, maybe, but no, thank you. You could do better. Sinak reportedly telling the media he sees himself as a 4, but believes he can play the 4 or the 5. All right. Oh, we even have a clip. Let's listen to this clip real fast. This is Chris Sinak Jr. Again, I don't know anything about him. I've not seen him at any point being selected high enough. I haven't seen his name in any mock drafts being high enough where the Warriors picking him with the number 11 pick seems like a reach. It seems like a gamble. Why would you gamble when there are surefire picks? Let's listen to Chris Sinak Jr. Now I feel like this is very normal. I need evidence to believe things. Forgive me. But apparently every workout is doing interviews. So here's Chris Sinak.
What's the biggest thing you want to get across in interviews, not just with the Warriors, but just in general to the draft process?
I mean, nothing specifically, just, being myself, whatever questions they ask, being honest about it, just being myself, being a high character guy like I am and like how my parents raised me.
How much do you pay attention to mock drafts? I mean, it seems like there's a lot of range here. You could be late lottery, you could be late first round. How much do you monitor that, and how much does that matter to you?
I mean, honestly, I don't pay attention to it. It doesn't really matter to me at all, honestly, because, I feel like the guys that are important and that are making the decisions think otherwise. So that's all that matters. And yeah, come draft night, I'm looking forward to it to, prove the world wrong. And whatever organization takes me, they're going to get a high character guy that's going to play hard every time he's on the floor and do whatever the team needs me to do to help the team win. So.
Folks in the chat again, I do not know a lot about him. Frank B. Well, is saying all these workouts are actually for the second round pick, not first. Not true, because again, Yoxel Lendeborg did an interview just like this last week. He's not going to be a second round pick. Merez Johnson Jr. Is also not going to be a second round pick. If Merez Johnson Jr., if he's a Warrior, it's going to be because of the number 11 pick in the draft. Some of the workouts, you're right, and a lot of them actually. And we have reported this on the show. The Warriors are bringing in a lot of people for the second round selection. A lot of guys I've never heard of in my life, but a few of these are for the number 11 pick. Sinek, I don't know anything about him. Forgive me. I have no clue. But again, Brandon Pajemski, don't give him a huge extension. I beg. I plead. Another piece of advice. Don't re-sign Kristaps Porzingis. The Warriors would be absolute fools to bring him back for the simple reason he is not durable. And you're trying to create a team that can rest its stars on back-to-backs. You're trying to build a team that gives Stephen Curry support. When Porzingis plays, he doesn't overwhelm. He underwhelms routinely. And he's not always available. Why would you want him? Look, I'd rather have Ade Mara than Kristaps Porzingis. Waste of money. You already lost that Kuminga trade. You blew it. Don't make things worse by bringing Kristaps Porzingis back, especially considering how much money he's going to command. If Kristaps Porzingis tells the Warriors, hey, I'll do it for the veteran minimum, fine, great. But that's not going to happen. He wants real cash. Don't give that dude real cash. There are far better players to give it to. That's just me. And I want to finish on this note. There is a report out today that, let me find this report just so I have it entirely accurate. Here it is. Courtesy of Dan Woike? I don't know how you pronounce his last name. Forgive me, but his last name is spelled Woike. Dan Woke? Dan Woike? Well, Dan Woike, or however you pronounce his last name, who writes for The Athletic covering the Lakers, is reporting that he believes Rui Hachimura and Jackson Hayes are parts of the roster the Lakers want to build around Luka Doncic, and the Lakers want both those dudes back next season. And again, this is courtesy of Dan Wokey. And I bring this up because, A, I have yet to hear from anybody what a better free agent option is for your Golden State Warriors than Rui Hachimura for that mid-level exception. And B, at the absolute bare minimum, if the Golden State Warriors want to avoid making a colossally huge mistake, offer Rui the max mid-level exception, which is going to be for approximately $16 million. At the bare minimum, he says no and forces the Lakers to spend maybe more than they want to. Be competitive for once, Golden State. Apply ingenuity to your front office decisions, Golden State. Offer Rui $16 million. Do not be fools and just ignore him. Do not be fools and listen to Steve Kerr tell you, I don't know if I like his reaction time enough, or I don't know if he's a good fit. Offer Rui that $16 million. Force the Lakers to pay more than maybe he gets offered from someone else. A lot of people in the chat expressing cynicism at skepticism over Brandon Podziemski because of how much Steve Kerr loves him. I feel you. I get it. I'm not hopeful about Podziemski either and his future with the Warriors, but one can dream. All right. Hope you all have a good start to your week. I think we covered everything. We covered a lot today. See if there's anything else that has happened in the last 2 hours. A whole lot of New York Knicks clips from interviews today. I absolutely love it. Good for them. Yeah, I think that's everything. Nothing new pertaining to the Warriors anyways. All right. Thanks, everybody. Appreciate all of you. And we are back soon. I-80 crossover. Any news drops? Stay tuned for that that short with Kristen Peak. That interview, by the way, was about a month ago. Nothing dated in it. She's a gem. You're a gem. Thanks, everybody. Back soon. Bye-bye. Hold on. Stop the presses. I don't have a record scratch sound effect. I forgot. Oh, Kingslayer. Forgive me, brother. I've been leaving you hanging this entire show. Kingslayer, all the way back at the beginning of today's episode, said they're going to their first concert ever. Let's add some music to underneath this segment here. And Kingslayer wanted to know if I had any advice, any tips. And I asked him or her to please provide some context for this concert. Who's the artist? What's the venue? Kayoko, I see you, but I got to run, brother. We've been on the air for ages already. I wish you joined me sooner. Kayoko, I do love you. We'll have another show soon, and I hope you join me. Kingslayer writes, sorry, brother, writes, I'm going to see Machine Gun Kelly at White River Amphitheater in Washington. Let me look up real quick what White River Amphitheater is, because if it's been renamed and it's a place that I'm actually familiar with, I can give you some more advice. White River. Okay, this is just a venue in King County, Washington. Oh, I see. So it's on an Indian reservation. You're going to be outdoors. Okay, that's huge. Bring lots of weed. All right. If you're a stoner, concerts are nirvana for stoners, especially outdoor concerts with grass seating and that kind of stuff. Bring a ton of weed. Great if you're just a recreational drug user in general. Inebriate yourself. Do it responsibly. Ingest moderately. Don't hurt yourself. Have fun. And on that note, yeah, same advice for the concert in general. Don't hurt yourself. Have fun. If you're a stoner, enjoy. Yeah. It should be a good time. I'm not a big Machine Gun Kelly guy. I don't hate him, but I don't have a negative opinion of him. He's not one of my favorites either. He's all right though. I've heard his music. I like it. I'm just not a huge fan, but have fun and smoke a lot of weed. And if you're a stoner, because that's one of the perks of a concert. And Raider Tupac in the chat saying Hachimura wants $30 million per year. Well, then let the Lakers pay that. But if you're the Warriors, at least offer as much as you can. Don't just wave a white flag and don't even bother getting into the conversation. If Rui Hachimura wants $30 million a year, offer him 16 and let him say no to you. That's all I ask. That's all I ask. Kingslayer adding that you like Machine Gun Kelly's new stuff. Great. I don't dislike any of his music. It's just not the first thing I go to in my mix. But have fun. Have a blast. I'm personally not someone that likes to get super close to the stage. I like a little space around me. If you're going with friends, all the better. Just enjoy. Yeah. Hope you're all having a good summer. Back at this soon. Kingslayer, I'm sorry if my advice wasn't helpful. Ooh, Kingslayer saying I like punk rock. Good stuff. I do too. All right. Have a great show. Just be responsible. Moderation is the key to life. Kingslayer hybrid adding, I'm going with my best friend. All the better. Is this a best friend? Never mind. I won't go there. Just have fun. Yeah. Meet new people. Get some strange. Just be safe. Be responsible. See you folks soon. Bye-bye.